if you've been with us from the start, we've already had one mixed doubles match there at the bottom of that draw. The tie pair safely through. Tabling and Peak, who've come through today in 2 tight games, await the winners. It'll be, of course, in the last 16. There are some stats for you on these 2 respective pairs. BITMAN and BASOVA well down the rankings. And Jordan and OKTAVIANTI expected, or certainly seeded, to make the, at least as far as the quarterfinals this week. Players out on their way. Officials also waiting to greet them on court.
Red or black?
Black, please.
Black. Red.
Not met previously,
Service.
these 2 pairs. So let's give you some details then about these 4 players. BITMAN and BASOVA, as mentioned, been playing mainly in some of the lesser tournaments, the Super 100 events. There's BITMAN. That 55 highest ranking was a couple of years ago. They have won the Slovak Open 3 times, this pair. In fact, their first tournament win together way back in 2012. He was actually the Slovak men's singles champion 2007. There's BASOVA. Won the Slovak Open women's doubles a couple of years back. But they'll need to be right at their best today to have any possible chance, you would think, against the Indonesians. There's confirmation of their first round win against Yakura and Sai of Canada, which was a very straightforward affair. Inside half an hour for the loss of just 28 points. I suspect they might find it rather tougher today against Jordan and OKTAVIANTI. There's Praveen Jordan. They were ranked, or he was ranked 2 with Debbie Susanto. Actually played with Vita Marissa as well, with considerable success. He and Susanto got to the quarterfinals of the Olympic mixed doubles in Rio 3 years ago. There's OKTAVIANTI. They've lost 5 big finals, including 4 this year. Japan Open, Indian Open, and the respective events in New Zealand and Australia. And 5 big finals in all, if you count one from last year. So at some point, surely they're due to win a title. Whether it'll be this week or not is another matter. Paul Buffum of England is the umpire for this one. And the service judge, Hu Long-hu from China.
I think we have to add in that Praveen Jordan, he won the All England with Debbie Susanto in 2016, the same year as they got to the quarterfinal of the Olympics in Rio. So this partnership started in January 2018, so they've been around for about a year and a half now.
How hard is that? Morton, when you've had such success with one particular partner and then, for whatever reason, you form a new partnership, it must take a while to bed in, doesn't it?
It takes time to settle in and all that, but I think if you consider from last year, they had 5 quarterfinals on the World Tour. But they have all been converted into semi-finals and finals this year. So they have gradually done better and better.
BITMAN, Elzbieta Basova, Czech Republic. And on my left, Praveen Jordan, OKTAVIANTI, Indonesia. Praveen Jordan to serve, to Elzbieta Basova. Love all. Play.
So the Indonesian starting big favourites here. Seeded 6. Same as their world ranking, but they have been as high as 2.
Love. Play. Service over. 1-2.
And no doubt Praveen Jordan has got one of the best smashes in the game of mixed doubles.
Service over.
He's having a strong tendency of blowing hot and cold. He will play the most fantastic shots, and then you suddenly see his missing shots. You say, how could he do that when he could do that just before? And that's the way he plays. He really blows hot and cold now and again.
I think sport in general has a few of those kind of characters, doesn't it? You know, 1 minute brilliant, the next missing a shot that a club player would usually make.
He's really very erratic at times, but when he's playing well, he is really playing well.
5-1.
Well, off to a bit of a flyer here, Jordan and OKTAVIANTI.
6-1. Service over. 2-6.
Well, it was set up by the excellence of OKTAVIANTI's shot before the winner.
7-2.
Perfect.
Yeah, but it was a good shot by BASOVA. The cross court at the net there. She was really taking a chance. It was well executed. But OKTAVIANTI was really alert. That's a good shot by BITMAN there.
Service over.
A straight smash down the line
3-7.
here. Yeah, completely caught Praveen Jordan as he was having the racket on the wrong side.
Out. Service over. 8-3. Fault. 9-3.
Nearly a complete breakdown of communication there. And he still won the point.
10-3.
Jordan and Octavianti, they lost the semi-final at the All England this year against Zheng Siwei and Huang Yachong. But they had won the first game, and they had, I think, a couple of match points in the second before they lost 22-20. So, on their good days, they are definitely to be reckoned with.
4-10.
Here we have a former world champion in mixed doubles with Liliana Natsir.
So mid-game interval with a handy lead, as you would expect, for Jordan Octavianti.
And coach here, as I mentioned earlier, Nova Vidianto.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Thank you, coach.
They won the World Championship, and they came a second. They got a silver at the Summer Olympics in 2008 in Beijing.
11-5.
That was Nova Vidianto and his partner, Liliana Natsir.
Fierce again from the back of the court by Praveen Jordan.
Service over. 6-13. Service over. 14-6. Service over. 7-14.
Pressures incessant from the Indonesian pair.
15-7.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like one-way traffic now. That's good variation here by Praveen Jordan.
16-7.
That's it.
17-7.
It just shows how important it is to be a good server. Look at how Praveen Jordan is serving this serve, and his opponent BITMAN cannot do anything about it.
Service over.
And forced to play
17.
a shot from a very tricky situation. Serving so very, very important when it comes to doubles.
It was good.
9-17.
Yeah, that was a bit
17.
careless of Jordan. Try to look at this this situation he got himself into there, not really paying enough attention to it. Good serving.
11-17. Twelve, 17.
Well, a little bit of a mini comeback
13,
here.
17.
Yeah, but this is what we talked about, what I said earlier about Jordan. You know, he blows hot and cold, and at the moment he is, honestly, he's not focusing enough, and perhaps thinking, oh, why we're not just finishing this one and, you know, get it over with. But he's got to work for it, he's got to stay focused, he's got to concentrate.
18-13.
Well, that was a bit of a gift after such a stirring series of points. The service error has given it back to
19-13.
the seeded pair, who are just a couple of points away now from securing this opening game.
Service over. 14-19.
Yes, good smashing again from BITMAN.
15-19.
Very steep, reaching that shot very, very high up, and look at that, very steep, just in front of Praveen Jordan.
Well played again, and they're just keeping the seeded pair honest here. This is a really gutsy fight back, or at least attempted a fight back from BITMAN and BASOVA.
They found the mid-court area very nicely there, BITMAN.
Well, it took a little bit of good fortune to bring out 4 game points.
20, game point,
Deflection
16.
at the net on that return of serve.
Well, you have to say they made a bit of a meal of it in the end, but 21-16 secures the opening game for Jordan and OKTAVIANTI. Not without the odd scare.
16.
Ya kalau pas mereka main berapa kali
break aja ya, mending break ya.
Break, kalau nggak break udah pasti. Kalau nggak bisa buru-buru mati kan kadang-kadang nggak ada langsung mati ini. Ya, dari awal yang dulu dibiasain kok ya sama gerakannya jangan kendorin. Kadang-kadang kendorin ragu-ragu terus berapa kali kan di belakang itu. Bukannya gimana? Si servis atau kamu servis usahain jangan ini jadi belakang keduanya.
Co nejdřív ten příjem.
No, ze spodu jít nebylo. Se tak na ně jakoby se zhodl. Ze spodu.
Jedem. Tak když ji má kolejně, tak nikdy nehraje křížem na mě, no.
Málo hraje křížem, jako.
Jakoby jít dopředně, ale on nehraje ani střed, jako moc, no, většinou to všechno pálí kolejně, no.
Že jako fakt z takových těch méně přesných, no prostě opravdu vyprdnout se na to, aby to letí někam, ale to hlavně letí prostě.
Já vím, že na malenský to podání může letí přesně
A to
tam.
třeba i v té hře třeba potom. Ale ten byl taky se na to vážil.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Yes. Second game. Level. Play. One love.
I would imagine it might have been the odd harsh word from the Indonesian coach during that last break, because they were a little bit casual towards the end of the first game.
Praveen Jordan challenges, called in.
So it's called in. Immediately the Indonesians have asked Hawkeye to have a look. Hardly been an overturned decision. There was one earlier today. I didn't have any yesterday.
It's quite amazing.
They eat a lot of carrots, these line judges, don't they, clearly?
I'm telling you, nobody would like to sit on the lines. I think I've done it once when I was a kid and never again. Never do it again.
Three, one.
Well, this has been an excellent start for the two Czechs, aided by a couple of miscalculations from their opponents. But they're certainly asking questions of the seeded pair again, as they did towards the end of that first game.
I think the interesting thing is that sometimes players get a little bit complacent, and you know that they can play so much better and a much, much higher level, but somehow they can't get out of the rod when they're sort of into it. So I think that the two Indonesian players, in all honesty, really have to pull themselves together and really get the job done. Because otherwise, you know, you never know what can happen.
Well, they've managed to string a couple of points in a row together.
3-5.
And we continually talk about momentum in this sport. And once one pair has it, it's amazing how many points you can string together. So from 5-1 down to 5-4 now. A little bit more order restored to the scoreline. This is the pair ranked 64th in the world, remember, against the number 6 seeds.
And that is a massive gap in mixed doubles on that world ranking.
Nicely put away, OKTAVIANTI.
6-5.
Almost like a little switch suddenly got turned on in Jordan OKTAVIANTI's head, and they thought, hang on, I need to do something to arrest the momentum that was all against them.
Service over. 6-all. Service over. 7.
Well, you can see the frustration
6.
there, because that was a really good rally. In the end, the error from BASOVA.
But somehow it looks like that Jordan and OKTAVIANTI almost listened to what we were saying up here, because ever since I said it, they have really been, you know, pulling up their socks and getting back on the scoreboard.
Eight, 6.
Yeah.
That's always a crowd pleaser. Lost the point in the end, but great entertainment.
Seven, 8. Fault. Service over. 9-7.
Once again, good serving, this time from OKTAVIANTI. Once again, forcing the shot below the tape.
Service over. 8-10.
So after a pretty
Service
awkward
over.
beginning,
11,
the Indonesians
8.
in control. Now 11-8. at the mid-game interval.
Feeling ya, jangan ragu-ragu jadinya.
20 seconds. 20 seconds. Thank you, coach. Players to court. 11-8. Play. Twelve, 8. Thirteen, 8.
Well, they've come out with renewed vigour here, Jordan and OKTAVIANTI.
He's putting in, excuse me, much more effort now, Praveen Jordan, and I think that they want to finish it as quickly as possible now. But he has been quite erratic, as we sometimes see him playing shots into the net that he would normally not do.
So that's 5 successive points since the mid-game interval, and it's effectively put the seeds, number 6 seeds, in a near impregnable position.
Yeah, BASOVA should have played just a block shot on that one, not trying to find the mid-court area, just play the block shot, because there's no way Praveen Jordan would go up and attack it at the net, and they would have got a lift on it.
17-8. Service over.
Well, he's finally missed one, but
9-17.
the majority of the damage has been done.
Praveen.
Net cord was helpful to them there.
Service over. 18-9.
Once again, you see how effective it is to play these block shots towards the net, because This time BASOVA was forced to lift it, and she lifted it too far on the back line. But it's all about having the control of the net. It's all about trying to force your opponent to lift.
19.
Whether you play doubles or singles, the principle applies.
Service over.
So 10 match points here
Court, please.
for Praveen Jordan and Melati OKTAVIANTI.
Yeah, the Indonesian pair have done what they should do. Nothing
you.
more, nothing less. They've settled in on the court. It's not been fantastic play, I would say. But, as I said earlier, they've done enough.
Yeah, despite, you know, the odd anxious moment, they were starting to get pegged back at the end of the first game. At the start of this game, they were behind, but the natural order of things has been restored. And here's the first match point.
That's good play by BITMAN. He was awake. Anticipated the flat serve very nicely. Good block shot there by OKTAVIANTI.
Fairly straightforward in the end, as I mentioned, with a couple of issues in both games, but never really in trouble. They'll need to play better, though, you would imagine, if they want to go to the business end of this event.
Match won by
But they're safely through to the last 16, 21-16, 21-11 in 31 minutes on court. Still plenty to work on, though, you would imagine, for their coaching team. The action keeps coming at these World Championships. Men's doubles is next, featuring the #1 seed. Stay with us.